South Korea update. We'll just look at this real quick. Nobody knows who's in charge. Again, his party refused to vote against him to impeach him, but he's just clinging to office, but has like no one, it's total gridlock. So it's like, it's a really weird time in South Korea. He's been banned from leaving the country and under formal investigation for treason, but he remains in his post. He's still the president. Who's running the country? This shit's crazy. His own party says he'll not be involved in handling state affairs, including diplomacy. That's his own party saying that. So who is? who's gonna handle state affairs? That's crazy. No one is listening to him, but legally speaking, he's still the president. It's a very volatile and uncertain situation. That's so unique. Is the question of who has control over South Korea's armed forces, both because of fears that he could do a second attempt at martial law and how they can respond to a North Korean provocation. Dude, imagine he goes for it twice. Imagine the double down. That would be insane. I also think, as Chad has pointed out, this leaves a power vacuum for the greatest and most popular South Korean, Faker. Faker needs to step up and lead not just T1, but the whole country. That would be awesome. The Faker Gambit. Literally wins 5 championships, then reunites Korea. A senior officer in the South Korean Armed Forces told the FT that in practice, he doubted that any South Korean officer would obey or even listen to the president's orders. That would be insane. He tries to order a second martial law and the military just ignores him. Insane, dude. The Joint Chiefs of Staff said they'll make their own judgment on whether the situation is necessary to follow Yoon's orders or not. That's crazy. That's a breakdown of the left on red. Yeah. Oh, I didn't see. Sorry. You said you wanted us to do martial law? I missed the text. So apparently his party, the president's party, are hoping that by delaying his departure, it helps their chances in an election. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. Just get him out. First of all, it doesn't help because it just drags it on. And secondly, that's party over country. Yeah, just cast him out. That's crazy. Even they say here, a former official in Yoon's presidential administration said growing public anger at the PPP's role in keeping Yoon in office has triggered panic within the party's parliamentary caucus. Yeah, it's fucking them over. People are just mad they're keeping him in. They're not doing the vote. No, that's crazy. I don't think that's gonna work out at all. I feel like Koreans are pissed. The way they came to the streets to stop this, yeah, I saw the protests. They did an impeachment vote. Yeah, they did an impeachment vote, but everybody in the president's party refused to show up. So they couldn't get the votes to pass the impeachment, so he didn't get impeached. So he's still president, but the military's not listening to him, and everybody's really fucking mad, and they want to get him out.
Breaking news. Since the time of recording, South Korea has voted to impeach the president. They did it. After the first vote that failed to pass, eventually it did end up passing 204 to 85. This was aided in part by huge protests across the country. Now his duties are suspended and the prime minister is going to take over as acting president. At this point, it's all up to the Constitutional Court. However, he is not appearing in court, so he is not responding to summons. I believe they have issued another summons for today, so we'll just have to wait and see if he actually shows up. Now, provided that he loses in court, they will actually have to hold another election, and they seem like they are going to push this through pretty quickly. We might get a new South Korean president soon. Either way, it's going to be pretty crazy, but we'll just have to wait and see. Anyway, back to the video.
Any other crazy big news today? Man, I was reading the FT this morning, how much I want to talk about, but oh, dude, this is interesting. So you know how like in 2007, before the GFC, if you watch Big Short, you have the general idea where banks were selling all these bonds that were backed by mortgages. They were selling all these mortgage-backed securities, right? They packaged up all these mortgages and they sold the bonds. A bunch of German banks bought them, everyone bought them. There was a really good big read in the FT today, and it was about how in 2024, banks have created those kind of bonds for literally every type of asset, including like chicken wing revenue. There's like bonds based on chicken wing revenue at Wingstop, and there's bonds based. They've found so many ways to create these complex bonds, structured products. That was fascinating. I wanted to maybe make a larger video about it, but I'm not gonna have time this year probably, but it is interesting. Kroger Albertsons got blocked still. We'll see if it gets through because of after Trump takes office, but it got blocked again, which is good. It's good. $25 billion grocery merger blocked. Is there anything to talk about with Carvana? Carvana, my white whale. Carvana is the biggest thing that I've gotten wrong in terms of predictions. Carvana's done incredibly well. So look, here's what I'll say. They've got leadership that has a long history of scammy, fraudulent behavior. They have Kind of like that Indian company that Hindenburg investigated. They've got a lot of things where they keep pulling in family members and like they have shell corporations nearby. And so it's spooky to me. Somehow they report making a higher profit on every used car than anyone else by a real significant margin, despite the fact that everyone, they have a lot of things that seem odd. However, right now, they keep reporting good earnings and they restructured their debt. So it's not so crippling over. They had really bad debt. They restructured it so it's like easier to pay. They're not at risk of defaulting. And so after that, Wall Street loved it. Again, Wall Street is in love with the idea of Carvana. I think Carvana is not doing as well as they say, but I can't prove that. I wouldn't even touch this out with a 10-foot pole. But Wall Street loves the idea because if you can make a car dealership that doesn't have to pay for employees, that's the biggest cost. The biggest cost of a car dealership is all the employees and the space, really. If you can have less space and less employees, it's just high margin, you know? If they could get scale and everyone buys from Carvana out of a vending machine, then it's good business. I'm not a believer, but I was dead wrong. I mean, I didn't short it or anything. I don't short stocks, but if I had, I would have lost money. Oh, you know what we should do though? Christmas present stream. I gotta shop for my family. What time? Okay, I have plenty of time. I need to business expense all of these gifts. What should I get my sweet, sweet parents? What would be a good gift? What would be a good gift? Hot dog sweaters, 2 kilograms of gold. 2 kg gold in USD. That's $84,000. You would like me... Wait. I think 84,000 for a kilo. So it's 168. Sorry, I thought you loved your mom. Oh, sorry, I thought you loved her. You're like a salesman or saleswoman at a jewelry store. Well, I thought if you really loved them, then you'd probably get this more expensive one. But would you rather have 1 Bitcoin or 1 kilo of gold? That's a stupid question. They both have price discovery. So right now, I'd rather have the Bitcoin because it's worth more and then I would sell it. Okay, crypto boy. You have to hold for 30 days. I think I'd stick with gold. I just feel better. But this doesn't matter either way. It's free money. You're asking me what I want. Free money either way. Would you rather have a kilo of gold or a kilo of Coke? What is the street price? Street price kilo of cocaine. Wow. A kilo of Coke cost $1,800 in Colombia and 35 grand in New York City. That's crazy. Wait, why don't we just go to Colombia, buy a bunch of Coke for $1,800, then go to New York and sell it? Has no one thought of this? We just buy where it's cheap and sell where it's expensive. Tariffs. Must be tariffs. Must be tariffs, dude. They must have a tariff to try and protect American cocaine growing jobs. Yeah, that's awesome. That's actually badass. 1 kilo of gold or $100,000 split across random pump.fun coin tokens. Dude, I don't even want to go on Pump Fun. Pump Fun is a hell website. It is like staring into the abyss of the human spirit. I'm not kidding. It makes me depressed for humanity. It is the bottom of the barrel. It is the end game of a generation of financial nihilism. The Pump Fun is truly one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. I believe that sincerely. It is actually the spiritual end game of the financialization of everything. It is just scammers scamming scammers. Half the coins are racist. Bat chest end game. Wait, I love Endgame. Let me check it out. It's like Avengers. You're just mad you didn't make the website first? Low key, I am, because the guy that made the website makes like $3 million a month doing nothing but skimming a fee off of every scammer scamming other scammers. He's the only one really profiting. Everyone else is just tossing their money down the drain on stupidity. And that guy's farming them all. I'm gonna need to kill the CEO of sex because the trickle down ain't working. Such an insanely deranged thing to say. Such a deranged.